for I do not have the faith like these other prosperous men who receive God's financial grace. I feel like John the Baptist, stuck out in the wilderness, called out and not to enter a life so dreamy and prosperous. Will I end up like John for the gospel, where in jail I will pathetically wait for my time before prosperous Herod, my head offered on a plate? So today John stands condemned, for he does not have the faith like these other prosperous leaders who receive God's financial grace. I feel worthless like Jeremiah, or the other prophets ostracized, who were labeled commotions and liars, their message mocked and scrutinized. Will I end up lamenting for God's people and be avoided by the rich at all cost, thrown into jails, into cesspools, because I stand up for the lost? So today God's prophets stand condemned, for they do not have the faith like these other prosperous prophets who receive God's financial grace. I feel like the 12 apostles, persecuted wherever sent, hassled, gossiped and jostled, rejected wherever they went. Will I end up martyred or victimized by the church and its false teachers, or hung, ripped to pieces or tortured, made a spectacle to every creature? So today 12 disciples stand condemned, for they do not have the faith like these other prosperous teachers who receive God's financial grace. I feel like the Apostle Paul, who held firmly to his grace's message, rejected by Jew and sometimes all, about embracing the false teaching presage. Will I end up kicked out of the church I love and spat on by those called brothers, left dead in the dust or hung up in jail while I desperately preach to others? So today Apostle Paul stands condemned, for he does not have the faith like these other prosperous apostles who receive God's financial grace. I sometimes feel like Jesus Christ, his people rejecting him for pleasure, judging him on his unfortunate life, friends of sinner and beggar. Will I end up crucified like my Lord by the people and Pharisees today? Will they judge me in error, blinded by lights, looking godly in games they play? So today Jesus Christ stands condemned, for he does not have the faith like these other prosperous men of God who receive God's financial grace. Don't forget Jeremiah, Paul, and John. They failed before today's godly men who preach every single person has it wrong, but under them even Christ is condemned. Today men take what they want from the word and test not the wisdom's light, for their gospel is made by what I see. They don't live by faith, only sight. So today all of heaven and earth are condemned, for none come close to the faith of these other prosperous men of God who receive God's financial grace. Here I stand, I can do no other. Here I stand, I can do no other. Here I stand, I can do no other. Here I stand. Here I stand.